Hey, Liam Ward here. Today we're looking at the 12-bar blues. This is a structure that you need to know all about if you're going to play blues harmonica. So this is the most common form of blues, and it's so called because it's made up of 12 bars. You're going to hear it all the time. You're probably familiar with it instinctively, if not consciously. So first off, we'll have a little listen to a 12-bar blues so you can see how it sounds.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So that's a standard 12-bar blues, and it's made up of 3 chords. We need to understand these 3 chords to know how to play over a blues. So the 3 chords are called the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. We write them as Roman numerals, so you'll get used to seeing these symbols a lot when you're playing backing tracks or looking at blues harmonica lessons. The 1, 4, and 5. Now these are laid out throughout the 12 bars in quite an interesting way. So let's have a look at a diagram for a 12-bar blues. So the 1 chord takes the first 4 bars, and then we switch to the 4 chord for 2 bars, and then back to the 1 chord for another 2 bars, and then the last 4 bars it goes 5 chord, 4 chord, and then we've just got the 1 chord for the last 2 bars. So you'll notice there's lots of the 1 chord, there's a little bit of the 4 chord, and there's only 1 bar of the 5 chord down in that bottom left-hand corner on bar 9. So this is a structure you need to get used to. You need to internalize this. You have to get familiar with it in order to play the blues. Otherwise, you're going to be lost 90% of the time. So lucky for you, I've come up with a really simple exercise to help you get used to this structure. You don't even have to be able to play clean single notes. If you've got a C diatonic harmonica, then you can play along with me in this video along to the backing track and you'll be in the right key. So what I'm going to do is on the 1 chord, I'm going to play the 1, 2 and 3 draw. Just chordal like that, 1, 2 and 3, rough. Doesn't have to be clean notes. Okay, and then for the 4 chord I'm going to do blow, 1, 2, 3. And then for the 5 chord, that 1 bar of the 5 chord, I'm just going to go left a little bit or even tilt left to play 1 and 2 draw. So 1 and 2 draw without the 3. So it's just a little bit lower, doesn't have that 3 draw. So we can practice those to the backing track, and that means by playing the notes over the correct chord, we're internalizing the structure and getting used to playing notes that kind of fit those chords. Even though we aren't soloing at this point, we're just internalizing that structure. So I'm going to put the track on again, and I'm going to signal for you 1, 4 or 5, just so you can really see and feel where those changes are, and then we're going to have a go at playing along to it to really internalize them.
2, 3, 4.
So I'm going to put the track on, and for each chord I'm going to go da 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 da. Okay, so da. So that's the 1 chord. For the 4 chord, okay, and then the 5 chord, okay. So da da. At the end of the da, you could take a little breath in or out, depending on which direction you need, if you want to, just in that little second there. Anyway, I'm going to put the track on. See if you can play along with me. Don't worry if you have to rewind, go back and get a sense of the rhythm, but I'm just going to play through it, and you'll see on the screen the tab of what I'm playing. So the draw notes are going to be minus notes. So minus 1, 2, 3 is 1, 2, 3 draw. 1, 2, 3 positive notes is 1, 2, 3 blow, and minus 1, 2 is just 1 and 2 draw.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, so that's the 12-bar blues structure. There's so much more you can learn about this. If you're keen to keep the learning going, check out the link to my harmonica school in the description. I've got all sorts of lessons to help you with blues structure, with backing tracks, and all different types of harmonica techniques. So do check out the link to learn more about that. I'll see you again soon. Cheers.